This is bi-weekly maintenance at Deanna's for April 19th. Starting in the front here, this bed was pretty simple. We just went through and got debris and weeds and gave it a good fluff all the way along here. Cleaned up the grass line a little bit and then trimmed any dead parts of the roses. Got underneath all the laurels back here for debris and got everything tidied up the best we could with these little tree circles as well. We cleaned up and defined the grass line a bit more, weeded, and then there were some exposed tree roots and roots from the Brunera in a couple of these, which we reinforced with some new soil so that they were a bit happier this season. And then the same for this bed over here, just picking up debris and weeding and fluffing. This is looking really solid now. For over here was also just weeding and picking up debris. We filled in this little hole that was made by some tires, and then also shaped and cleaned up all these boxwoods of some little dry spots. All the way along here. Stop talking for a sec. I'll come back to the side as soon as Steve's done leaf blowing. But back here, we also just did some basic debris pickup in these beds. And then also we got these new jasmine planted in these two big pots here, looking really nice, and they got a deep soak of water as well. So they should be pretty set here, looking really nice. I think these would be really good statement pieces even if we just used them permanently, filled in the bottom here with some filler and stuff. They would look really nice. Cleaned up debris and stuff in this bed. And then we also cleaned out this stairwell. And back here all along the magnolias was weeded and fluffed. Down here was picked up with weeds in the rocks, and the wisteria was pruned back. The stuff that was getting really close to the ground. And then the wisteria back along the fence here, we also pruned just a little bit. The stuff that was looking especially gnarly, we pruned back a lot of it, and also cleaned up along the side here. And then this section back here with the magnolias. This Jenny is looking really nice, but it's growing super fast, so we cut along the line of the turf right here just to keep it out of the turf. And then we noticed that this magnolia right here, as well as some of the Jenny along the bottoms of these trees, was pretty much completely dead. And we think it might have been because the Jenny was blocking the sprinkler heads. So we cut it back quite a bit just to make the sprinkler heads more open, to hopefully help with that. But we also gave these magnolias a good soak of water too, just in case they weren't getting enough. Cleaned up debris and everything all along this bed here. And then we also shaped all these boxwoods today into nice straight hedges. So these were pruned back, shaped, and cleaned up. We replaced this boxwood with a new one since this one had died. And then we also went along all of these boxwoods. Some of them had exposed roots, so we dug up the ones that were exposed and planted them a bit deeper. Cleaned up debris and everything along here. And then the other two boxwoods we replaced were these two right here. And then all these also got another good soak of water. And then we also shaped these boxwoods all the way back to the back over here. just the side and the top, but we left these ones in the back pretty the same so that they could hopefully grow to catch up with the ones in the front. And then the same goes for these ones over here. Shaped what was larger and then left what was smaller so that I can hopefully catch up to the bigger ones. We got all this turf cleaned up for them, and then we also cleaned down this stairwell here. Looks really tidy now. The basketball court was also cleaned, and all the debris along the sides and up here was cleaned up, and the soil was fluffed, weeded and picked up as well. All along the side here, and this turf was also raked. Let's see. Back to the side. This little space we also sweeped up for them. And then we pruned back this wisteria here quite a bit, since it had a lot of really narrow vines, I guess, that didn't have any buds on them. So we pruned back to some of the more main stems, to give it more space to grow. And then we also cleaned up along here with these two magnolia trees. Some of the flowers were really crispy, so we picked off what was dead. Also pruned back this bush a little bit. And then along the side here, all of these window wells got cleaned out again down here. And then the rose bushes were properly pruned. This window well as well got cleaned. And then this wisteria here and the wisteria back there also got pruned to mostly its main stem, since both of these were looking really knotted. So they're a lot tidier now. And then all the debris and weeds and stuff in these beds were cleaned out. This boxwood here and this tree back here were really large, so we pruned that back and found this other boxwood here that was also shaped, and these are looking really nice. These rose bushes, I think I mentioned, got pruned back a little bit with dead bits. Same with this one here. And then back on the front, this front porch was tidied up. We made sure to get all the leaves underneath the laurels and everything, so it's looking super nice now. And then this tree ring as well. It was cleaned up and covered with new soil for the exposed roots. We hit pretty much everything this time, so next time would just be general maintenance again, nothing too huge. We can keep an eye on boxwoods, and then also the magnolia that was dead in the corner, and the jenny. We want to keep an eye on that for sure to make sure that the irrigation is hitting it properly. And yeah, I think that was it for today.